The Lost Cryptids Conservatory, where we will shatter your reality to bring you closer to the truth.
All right, guys, welcome back to another live show. I got a co-host today, James. How's it going, James?
I'm good. That's new, right? You added all the new colors and transitions to those intros.
Yeah.
It looks really good.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's got some new stuff coming in, and yeah, I like it, and got some different one intro and stuff too, different artwork, but yeah, it's pretty fun to do, and the way it glitches and stuff, they disappear. I thought that was kind of appropriate for what people see and all that good stuff. So yeah, we got a pretty good show. I think we're going to be showing some evidence that we've got over the past year or two, and mostly audio actually, and you'll be able to hear some stuff and see what you guys think and see what James thinks, and yeah, so.
All right, and I apparently there's some of these clips I've never heard before, so we'll get my honest reaction.
Yeah. That's right. Some of these clips have never been heard by James or any other people, really. But yeah, I've been working on some audio stuff lately, and get in here. Get this up. Get this rolling. All right. So we'll get this going right here. But yes, James, you've been on definitely been on a number of expeditions and stuff we've been on, and actually heard a lot of different calls and howls being made in response to your own calls and stuff. So, and this particular one, let me make sure I get the right one. There's a few of them. You actually ended up hearing these, and the tape recorder pointed them out, so they were easier to find, of course. All right.
What's that? What's that?
All right, we're gonna go for that again. Were you able to hear that at all?
Yeah, it was like a ow.
Okay. So there's a few clips actually mixed in. They're played multiple times, but the first few clips before the video is separate. The first 4 clips are of Western Michigan. You were actually there, and they sound pretty interesting. So let me replay that again.
What's that? What's that?
Sound like a demon.
Now the first sound actually does sound kind of like a coyote-ish, but the other sounds don't. The middle one makes a very weird sound, which freaks Linda and Sherry out at that moment.
Was that when they were together off the trail and we were like inside the woods?
No, I think you guys were together. This is over at Susan's spot.
Oh yeah. Do you remember where was?
The exact spot of this? No,
Yeah.
no, because this is from an audio and not the video stuff. But the last one, that scream and stuff. At one point, people are saying it sounds like people, but there was no people around there, and we never experienced people.
Yeah, there was no one out there.
Yeah, so we'll play it again, and then the last one, the video is actually of a different spot that you weren't a part of that expedition, but there's a huge wood knock that we all heard. Tyler heard, Kevin heard.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So we'll play that one, and then we got some more from that spot too.
What's that? What's that?
The last one, if you listen closely on the first clip, there's actually like an emphasis to the noise.
The knock?
No, not the knock. Like the first clip you showed multiple times. No, sorry, no. The
Right,
third
right.
clip of the first 3.
Yes.
Yeah, the last
Yeah,
one.
you
sounds
actually,
like-
guys, it's actually responding to some howls and stuff. The full clip is howls and stuff. We're very, very shortened up, but yeah, we were getting the responses out there, and it was pretty interesting because we did actually have members see stuff over there. We got some pictures from that spot that we've shown before.
The first clip you showed sounds like an animal, or just
It
like
sounds
a
kind of like
laughing.
a coyote, right? Yeah.
It could be a coyote or just someone laughing, or like maybe not
And
a
then
person, but
the other-
something.
The other clips, it's like it goes whoop, 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 and then makes another call. It's very, very interesting. It doesn't sound like a coyote at all. It sounds kind of like an ape.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
It is weird. We'll play that again. Let's listen to the last two, the first section.
What's that? Did you say something? What's that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's very
second one.
interesting.
Yeah, the second one's like even hard to describe, really.
It is interesting. It is some interesting noise.
I don't even know what it was.
Yeah, it sounds, like some pops, and it reminds me of being like kind of an apish type of sound. It's definitely in a spot where there definitely is and could be activity and thrivable habitat for sure. No doubt about that.
Yeah.
They're definitely all around Michigan from what we observed, because we go around Michigan, and sometimes we get stuff, sometimes we don't. But a lot of places are very um, full of life and full of habitat and resources. And I definitely feel that they're all around the state of Michigan, because the amount of success that we've got in different places shows that there is definitely a healthy population, or more population. So,
Yeah.
so we got some thermal we could watch.
All right. What's the thermal
Actually,
of?
the thermal is actually from southeastern Michigan. Me and you were there on that day with some other members, and we were filming across the lake, and we actually
Oh yeah, that.
yeah, you remember that? Remember that day
Yeah.
we got the thermal hit, and we actually watched it for several minutes, and
I don't know what it
ended up
was. That's when we
right.
were
We ended.
hearing. Were we hearing stuff or just seeing something? I don't remember.
I think we were seeing stuff and thought we heard something when we were right there. But anyways, it's a good vantage point for Sasquatch to watch people on the trail, because on their side of this pond, it's not a lake, is a ridge with a bunch of trees, and they can easily view the trail on the other side when people stop, especially stop and look at this body of water, but as they're going along the main trail. So it's a really good vantage point to observe people, and also they're in a spot where most people aren't going to be going, unless you go off the trail, of course. But so we got two of them. And this one doesn't have volume, so we can talk over it.
Is that white patch over there where it is, or oh yeah?
Yeah, that white patch right there. The thermal's very doesn't have stabilization technology. Yeah, that heat patch right there is the target, is what we're trying to get, and trying to scan and looking for any other heat signatures. But that's the one we got across the lake. The flare again is very touchy. Thermal technology and stabilization, they don't go in hand in hand, at least not yet. And if you do have it, you're paying thousands and thousands of dollars for it. So this is the actual raw clip too. So
But as you can see, the bushes are like lit up, so it could just be a tree that's just on fire.
it does actually end up moving.
Oh, okay. In the clip.
And it's yeah, it ends up moving up the hill, and the second video kind of shows that a little bit, and we'll switch to that one. But this is definitely an area where there's a lot of Sasquatch reports. a lot of sightings, and
We were pretty close
get-
to where we had our encounter too.
yeah, not too far, not far at all for a Sasquatch.
Yeah, maybe 10 minutes for, maybe
It's a-
5
it's a
minutes
st-
for a Sasquatch, maybe 20 for us.
Yeah, it's amazing how far and fast and these things can actually travel. But and we're looking around and stuff. We're talking and trying to see and wait for this thing to move so we can get a better look at it
I
and
think we
confirm.
were just on top of the hill, just waiting for one of our members to get over there, and we were just scanning with the thermal, seeing if we could see anything, and we're like, "Oh my god, there's something over there!" So we just looked at it to see if we could see what it was through even just cameras in general, and then just watched it basically to see if it would move. And
Yeah.
I think eventually did move and started
Yeah,
going
it
up the
does.
hill.
Yeah, these are definitely the raw footage, and
I think I took a
this
video too, but I never saw anything through my camera.
this particular flare and stuff we were testing and stuff because the batteries, battery life and stuff had issues and stuff in different in climates and stuff, so it was always a little touchy, but very nice thermal camera.
All right.
I know we're all just fumbling around, and I thought I did just show up on the hill, but
Is this the second clip already?
yeah, this is the second video.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
I already switched. I had already switched. Yeah.
How long is this clip? Do you know?
It was only a couple minutes, but I believe right here is where it moves.
Yeah, because it's not there anymore. And oh no, it's right there.
Yeah, I believe it starts moving up the hill. I'm not messing with it. I'm trying to, zoom in.
And we would have chased it too, but to get over there would have been tough, and it would have been gone by the time we were there.
Yeah, we weren't going to that spot. We had another area to
Yeah, that was the opposite.
prompt
direction.
through and go, and it was convenient because we were waiting for a person, and so now it's on top of the hill, as you can see.
Yeah, it definitely moved.
Yeah,
And I don't
yeah.
think that heat signature was there before, so
No.
I guess it could be a small animal, but
I would say it's probably most likely a deer, or possibly whatever.
it could have been a Sasquatch. You never know.
Well, we do know that they're in the area, and it's a good vantage point to be able to watch people. And there's no way without the thermal that we would ever have spotted any kind of animal that size around there.
I mean, I had to zoom in 10 times from my camera, and I still couldn't even see anything over there. So it was pretty far.
Yeah, and we know it wasn't a bird and stuff because we got the thermal hits on birds, and they're a lot smaller. So it was interesting, but regardless, it was a nice test of the thermals. And so there's some footage.
Yep, it's pretty
And,
decent.
yeah, there's it's hard to get.
It was
Sasquatch.
zoomed in as far as possible too, so the stabilization
Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
going to be good
And that was actually a lot
unless
better
it's on
than
a tripod.
Yeah. If it was on a tripod, it would have been a little bit better. You could have got a big enough gimbal for them and stuff, but they're not really stable. They don't have built-in stabilization technology, and even if you really hold it with two hands, and it's going to be a little jumpy. Even nice thermals, so it takes a lot of practice. And all right, so we got some other clips, and we got some calls we got from northern Michigan, up in a good spot that's produced a lot of stuff. And So we'll get right in it. We'll take a listen and see what you think, James. We actually got this on a previous expedition where you were on it.
I think I'll remember once I hear it, maybe, because there's been so many times that it's up there. Who knows which one it is? Because pretty much every time we go up there, we have something happen. So
that's right. All right, let's take a listen.
You know what? It went from over there to over here.
Yeah. Right. And so, the interesting thing is hearing those in person definitely had a lot more power to them. And hearing them on the recorder, and I had to amplify and enhance them a little bit. It does kind of sound a little canine-ish, but in person, and Bill will tell you, it didn't sound like no coyote or like wolves, in which he remarked several times on the full recording. So
yeah, that did not.
Yeah, some howl.
And it sounded like it was changing direction too.
Yeah, it was coming closer to us.
Yeah,
actually. and Bill's pretty been out there all his adult life, mostly in hunting, and definitely didn't sound like no coyote and wolf to him, but it does sound like a good howl and stuff. And I know people are probably gonna say what it is about that, but in the spot and in the moment and in the area, it definitely was pretty powerful. So let's take a listen to that one more time, and then we got some other ones that are pretty dang interesting and very close encounters. So.
You know what? It went from over there to over here.
Yeah.
were you guys walking around? So it sounds like in the background there's something like breaking.
Those are multiple clips. That's not all happening at the same time. No, those are multiple clips chopped up, spliced up together, very shortened. So there it's all. Yeah. Now we are moving. Some of them we moved into the area, and then as she remarks, it's moving because we are moving out of the area, and it had moved towards us. So, and it definitely makes it sound more canine when I spliced them all together for some reason. But Bill will tell you it definitely wasn't coyote for sure.
It didn't sound like coyote. I mean, there was one clip that did sound like a coyote or wolf, but that was it.
It was howling.
Like one
stuff.
sound.
It was,
yeah.
I mean, we have a bunch of coyote recordings and stuff, and definitely know the difference. So, but all right. So we got some that are well, let's just play it. We got stuff going on in this one. It's multiple clips chopped up and pasted together, shortened. But basically, in these clips, we are going into a creek bottom and getting some activity. And we get something thrown not at us, but some big rock thrown into a creek, and it makes a pretty big splash, and we get some pops and some other things that are very close to us. So let's play this one. James, you were not here in this one.
Where was this?
This is Western Michigan.
Okay.
Tyler was over here.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about. Okay.
All right, let's take a listen to this stuff. Is very, very close interaction that we were having.
What was that? I don't know. Did you hear that hiss? Oh my God! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah. Sabe.
You hear that?
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 Yeah, it's pretty close. Close stuff.
Yeah,
It
and
was very close.
the caller bird was also sounding off.
That was a whippoorwill, I think, or something like that. Yeah, it was a nighttime bird that goes off all night.
Oh, I thought it was like an alert bird.
Nope.
Okay.
There was a hiss. The beginning ones was a hissing sound. We were actually in a creek bottom with dense brush, and we got hissed at. Very, very close.
What animals can hiss? Do you know?
Well, there could be several. I know we do have snakes here, and
I meant like a bobcat, mountain lion.
yeah, they could be, but
No, I'm just
it would
asking,
also
can they?
probably make some more indications of what it was, and of course it did, because all those clips happened in the same spot, a couple minutes apart. Each one would happen a couple minutes apart, and that huge splash that we got. This is after I'm talking Native American to it, and I start speaking English to it. Huge rock. It's just splashed into the creek, and the creek, was, I would say, 35, probably 40 feet away. 20, 30 yards. It wasn't that far. I mean, it was pretty huge rock. And it was an indication of their presence. That's what that huge splash was.
But they actually, what Native American language would they have spoken? Would it have been the one that you were speaking, or would it have been a different one?
Well, there's in Michigan, there's three main ones, so they could speak, should be able to understand if they do know Native American languages, all three of them, but all basic Michigan tribes speak collectively It's called the Algonquin language group.
Yeah,
which
I was going to say that. Just wasn't 100%.
they all speak their own language dialects, which is different, and different sounding names. They have different names of stuff, and they pronounce stuff a little differently in different words, but all of them collectively speak the same language lineage from this branch, and it's called Algonquin, the French term. So any of those tribes should work because they all inhabit this area, and of older ancient times they inhabited Canada just north of Michigan. So any of the three main tribes and any of the Algonquin branches of tribes should, or any tribe in any other state too. But we've tested, and they seem to respond to at least the three main ones: the Potawatomi, the Ojibwe, and the Ottawa, which are the three main Native American tribes from Michigan. And then you have other ones. You have the Fox, you have the Miami, they were in the Detroit area. You have the Saux, you have Huron tribe, which were on the eastern side of Michigan and the Huron Lake. They were an Iroquois tribe, so they actually spoke a different language compared to Algonquin style. They spoke the Iroquois type of language and stuff. So potentially over in that area, you could speak that and might have better results. Just like going down to Florida, having to learn some native language down there. Depending on the history and stuff, you might not be able to learn certain tribe languages in that area because of they got wiped out without being saved or transfused. But
Like
so I know
Navajo.
some
Not yet, but I mean it's close to being wiped out.
Yeah, you can learn it though. They
Yeah,
teach
there's
it.
I'm pretty sure there's like you could go to like a area that's still talks in Navajo.
Yeah, a lot of the different Native American branches have just only a couple hundred people, or only a couple thousand.
And you can
Maybe
learn
like
from them.
5,000, and some are as low as 500. But I feel like the Sasquatch in any particular area has a chance to, at least if they are taught, if this knowledge is passed down, they should be able to recognize any native language in that area. It's only 300, 400 years old. And if their language is kind of like a Native American language or style of linguistics and stuff, and how they speak and stuff like that, compared to like European or something,
They might know some of the keywords.
Yeah, exactly. And a lot of the Algonquin languages and stuff, they have names of stuff. And a lot of the names are different, are spelled different and pronounced different in each tribe, but they're usually spelled with the same kind of core letters and stuff, starting with the beginning and kind of the middle and the end. They're usually the main core, like an A. If it starts with an A, a lot of them are A's and are just changed up in the middle. But yeah, it's very interesting, and they seem to respond well. So some theories we're testing out and panning out, and if you don't know what you're saying, you shouldn't probably.
Yeah, it's probably not
try
yeah.
But yeah, with practice, people can learn how to say some words and learn how to form sentences and read. So we're getting there. We're also looking at looking at a lot of things. looking for mounds of the mound builders and the prairie people, which were a different type of culture than the three named big Native American tribes here in Michigan. They were the mound people, the Copper Mound people, and they had mounds found with giant skeletons in them too. So we are on the lookout for those because of there actually is a lot that they've never found and a lot that they have speculated are still around in areas that are yet to be discovered. So let's take a listen to that clip again. These sounds are evidence of Sasquatch close encounter. This is actually of a pretty big clip, broken down, but we are hissed at. We have some popping sounds being made. Some huge rock is thrown into the stream. After I start speaking Native American in the full clip, and we're grunted at in response to what we're saying. And this is the last night of this expedition, where the previous nights we had activity, and we actually chased the individual. And I think we have the video here, which I'll show beforehand, where we hear it and we actually start chasing it, trying to make sure it's not a deer or anything, of course. And we chase it, and then a little bit later it comes back, and we start chasing it again, and we start trying to make calls and trying to get responses, trying to be aggressive actually by breaking some limbs and doing some foot stomps. Because just want to make sure it's not a deer, it's not some other animal.
Yeah,
because animals,
Bigfoot.
Huh?
Yeah, what if it is Bigfoot though, and you're just being aggressive?
Oh, we're trying to get evidence of Sasquatch, and we're trying to get.
Yeah, you also could die.
It's always a possibility, but we want to make sure it's not a deer, it's not something else. So.
Yeah.
And so we do some foot stomps and stuff, and it makes a little bit of a movement, and a little bit later in a different clip, Josh is walking by and he turns around and he sees a Sasquatch standing on the trail and move off the trail, and we get the full audio of that, but I don't have that here today, but ready to go on this program, so you have to stay tuned for another one. But that was after getting response after we chased it. It was kind of messing with us, really. But so here's some evidence of this first part of the first night of this walking away, especially from us. And then we'll talk about this and go from there.
Yeah, something's following us.
Don't move.
I can't see nothing on that.
It's over there.
I know we.
I heard that.
You are gone.
Shh. Yep.
Something out there. Yeah, and the next night it was the clip we're about to show, but yeah, that was very close. Just out of a range of thermals and night vision, and out of the range of where our lights were shining because we had thermal going, we had some night vision. Never did be able to spot it. We never did see it on any optics we were using. But it was right there. You could hear it walking away, especially in the one clip. Very good. So.
Yeah,
So,
there was something walking that was pretty heavy. It didn't sound like an animal. I mean, it was obviously an animal, but I don't know what animal it was.
Well, we were chasing after it. We were to make sure it wasn't a deer. Deer definitely will run away from you and won't. After you're done chasing it, won't turn around and follow you to another area. To then, be chased again, and then to come back.
Yeah, those
and
just
to
run
start,
off.
to mess with you again.
Oh,
Yeah, any animal, every animal does actually, besides a predator, and a predator would do predator things. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Animals react a certain way to humans, and it's pretty predictable because of, the observation we've done in the last 100 years, especially. But they're pretty predictable in what we do, and most of them run away because they know humans are dangerous. Deer know when humans are walking in the woods because of bipedal movement. They've evolved. Yeah, they're scared to death of it. I mean, animals are, evolved to fear us. So that's why we do different tests and try to, maybe push the limits a little bit, but we want to make sure that it's not some other animal that's gonna run away and that it's the real deal stuff. So we got a pretty close interaction with all those groups of people. As you could tell, they all heard it, and we did try our best to try to get it on thermal and night vision and better audio and stuff, but it's not easy.
Yeah, especially at night.
Yeah,
into a tree. Falling
just
on the ground.
Yeah, that happened the other day. I was out and I got poked in the eyeball with a branch, and it sucks, but great footprints I found and some pretty good evidence, but it's pretty good audio evidence. So let's take a listen to this. We're actually getting hissed at. This is a former member, Josh, who decided to leave on his own accord, of course, and he is a pretty good guy. But in this clips and stuff, we're hearing getting hissed at. We're having a popping sound very close to us. We're actually getting grunted at, and something is thrown in a creek, and you can hear Josh say, did you hear that? Something got thrown in the creek. It's pretty powerful. It sounds like a big rock. It sounded pretty powerful. At the same time, there were some members up on a hill. If you can hear the music blaring, we told them not to blare the music, of course, but they had a chunk of wood thrown at their vehicle.
They had music playing. Was it just like a lure thing, or were they just having fun?
Having fun in that.
Oh, okay.
Not trying to take things seriously,
it could be as like a.
There's one of the reasons
why draw them in, see what humans are up to.
In a sense, yes, but when
which damage was done, so.
Yes, yeah. Anyways, and that would happen about the same time as just after the rock is thrown, actually. But
all this stuff is happening to us very close. It's at a creek river bottom. And it's the same general spot, same spot as the first clip we just seen, where we hear the walking and we hear the thuds and stuff. This is actually the same spot, but we're now in the creek and in the river bottom, whereas those clips were actually on the ridge. And they got very close this time, hissing at us and grunting at us. And the rock throw was actually in response to some stuff I'm saying in the full clip. So let's listen to this.
My guess is Bigfoot didn't like the music being played. Wasn't a fan of their taste.
Well, you know, it seemed to not. Yeah, it had bad interaction over there, and it wasn't really bad interaction over where we were at, even though we got, hissed at and stuff. I mean, it was so fast and abrupt that if you weren't paying attention, you probably wouldn't even have heard it.
How far away were you guys from the campsite?
Oh, we're a couple hundred yards, I'd say.
It's pretty close. What I'm trying to say.
So it's still fairly close that you can hear the music and stuff. And we like when they shut the music off because something got thrown at the truck. We could hear the music turn off, but yeah, we had audio and stuff set up at the camp, but with the music blaring and stuff, they can't get crap. So that was the whole point of not being too loud. But sometimes when you have a huge group of people and not everyone, it's hard to get everything going and be professional, and that's why some people are not in the group anymore. So, but we got some really good stuff. When we were actually doing work in the river bottoms, it was just me and Josh, and basically we were out there by ourselves, and we were trying to get interaction, and we did. And these things are very close. I mean, these things are just 20, 30 yards away. They're just staying on the other side of bushes and hedgerows and stuff, it seemed like. Again, they're watching us, and it's very interesting because the responses they're doing is grunts, and they're letting us know that they're there actually because of how loud they're doing it. This huge rock that is thrown into the creek that we were just at, and we were working away, and we actually are about to go up the ridge and stuff. We're at the very bottom still, hanging out in a little flooded area, and had a rock thrown in basically the spot we were basically at.
So how far behind you was the rock thrown into the water?
Oh, I mean, it was just 30
yards.
30 yards, I mean, it was close.
So right after you left, they just, okay, we'll do it now, basically.
Well, not right after I left, because we were taking a while and standing at the spot recording and talking to them. So, I mean, it didn't seem like it was aggressive or anything like that. It was just in response to us pronouncing them in the Sabe, which is Algonquin for honesty, actually. But it's the word they used for Bigfoot. But they have a tradition where it means honesty, and Sabe, Bigfoot, is actually represented as honesty and all that. So it's very interesting.
All right, you can play it now. Sorry.
All right, yeah. So let's play it and talk about it.
What was that?
I don't know. Did you hear that hiss? Oh my God! Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah.
God, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah. Sabe.
You hear that?
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 That was a little weird.
Yeah. Let's play it one more time, and then let's go through some stuff.
Whoa.
What was that? I don't know. Did you hear that hiss?
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Something just got thrown into the water.
Yeah. Sabe.
You hear that?
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 That big smack as the rock hit the water. You can like hear
Yeah.
it very distantly, but it's still
Yeah.
pretty like wow.
Yeah, and that audio is caught off the GoPro, GoPro Hero 7, which is actually time and time again has got all the pretty much audio evidence we've got. Not all of it, but all of this has been by the GoPro, which is pretty amazing in and of itself. But yeah, close encounters. That hiss. I mean, that hiss. What do you think about that? I mean, it's pretty abrupt. It got Josh kind of anxious in that moment.
Yeah, get out of there. It means they don't want you there.
No, seriously, it was all right there, and we kept our cool and stuff, of course, and which you have to in that situation, And I think it is a test, testing us to see what we're gonna do, especially that huge rock in there, and we're standing still. If they wanted to really hit us with a rock, they could have.
Yeah.
Easy targets. We're not moving at all.
Yeah, if they can take out deers with the rocks, wouldn't be too hard.
Oh yeah. So these things are pretty intelligent. They are, doing things. They're not hurting us. They're not trying to scare us too much. I think the average person probably would have been pretty scared.
Yeah, they would have left. They would have ran.
Yeah, that his sound and the grunt.
That grunt was
calling out Sabe. They go, "Ugh."
Yeah, sound like a little frog at first.
It wasn't a frog though. No.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying it sounded like a frog.
Yeah. The ecosystem, supports it. Michigan has a lot of abundant wildlife, are enough forest for them and enough farmland that can support them. they can navigate through and avoid people during the daytime and find shelter at nighttime wherever they need to. And there's a lot of them because, you know, we're going up north, going to the western side of the state, going to the eastern side, and we're able to get some good interactions in all these spots, or mostly all of them. That shows that there's a healthy population, because if they're so rare, and if this is so rare of an animal and there's not many, then we shouldn't be able to have all the interaction that we have, and evidence, and close encounters. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah. So let's show them a video that we've seen.
Kristen Collins is in the chat.
Oh, that's my girl.
I wasn't 100% on that.
Yeah, she's sending me love. Oh, she's watching.
She's just trying to get some sleep. She's like, go to bed, Blake.
Yeah, she is a little sick. She is recovering. You know.
Oh, wait, is she in the hospital still? Oh.
No, she's out of the hospital, and she's doing good though, and nothing to worry about too much. But yeah, we're just taking it easy here, and yeah. So she's sending her support. I think that's a thumbs up, guys. So let's keep going. All right. So this is a video of something being thrown at me, at us in southeastern Michigan. So let's take a look at this.
All right, right behind us.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Oh, something was just thrown.
Right behind us.
Yep.
Oh, wait.
Oh, something was just thrown.
I didn't think you were going to play that clip.
Yeah, you know, that was the climax of a lot of stuff happening that day, where we're getting calls and whoops and grunts all around us during the daytime. Never did be able to see spot them though. But
I'm glad.
yeah, you're glad. You were pretty emotional that day. After that happened, after that rock throw, you got pretty emotional. You started talking to the Sasquatch.
Yes. I actually want to have a conversation with one. That'd be like amazing.
Right, it would be. You definitely were trying after that.
I still try. It hasn't worked.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we try everything. We try to speak to them in English, and try to speak to them native, and try to get some type of response to our language. Whether or not they do it or not is a different story. And trying to get closer interaction, and hopefully have them out in the open like they did in the UP, where we can get better documentation and present it to everyone. It's on their terms, and you know, a lot of the times they do what they want, and it always makes our head scratches on when they do it, what they want to do, and just sometimes we get amazed on why they did it. So
yeah, I mean, it would be nice to have a daylight encounter just so I can 100% know they're real, just like Jason said. But you know, right. I wasn't ready for it. You know, now I kind of am.
Yeah, a lot of it, you know, you want to see the daytime body. You want to see it, you know. Having a lot of encounters, and I know a lot of the times over the years, the 18 years, you know, it's like, man, you know, I really, you know, want to see one to make sure this is real, even though you having all the stuff that happens close to you.
Yeah, I mean, audio evidence is nice, but it's not like a definitive in your head that they're real, even though animals can't make those noises, the ones that are known at least. I mean, either way, you still got unknown animal recordings. So and still something at least.
Yeah, it's hard, and It is interesting. It is interesting, but we got some other audio stuff. We'll take a look at. So let's take a listen to this.
If we do get a vocal report, just reach over and just turn that from get it if we're not. So right now it's set on wide, so we can get this, but we won't get tree knock. All right, then we got it. Don't yell again. Woo! If we do get a vocal report, just reach over and just turn that from get it if we're not. So right now it's set on wide, so we can get this, but we won't get tree knock. All right, then we got it. Don't yell again.
Behind you.
Yeah, sound like this way, right?
Yep. Oh.
That's the truck.
Behind you.
Yeah, sound like this way, right?
Yep. Oh.
That's the truck. Another one.
Yep. You hear that?
Which way is that?
Right behind you.
That way.
Another one.
Yep. You hear that?
Which way is that?
Right behind you.
That way.
Those knocks are pretty loud.
Some better audio, huh? Some pretty good audio. Some pretty gnarly howl we had going on right there, actually. So, there you go. That's stuff that we got up in the UP, actually. So, that's unhood. Yeah, that's from the UP. No one's ever heard that.
I thought you weren't supposed to show that.
I can do a little sneak peek. I mean,
oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought it was a different time. Never mind. Then. So
no,
yeah.
There's actually more and stuff.
No, I'm saying I thought that what you just showed was from northern Michigan.
No, this is from the UP.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I can show it. I mean, the only reason why I'm not is my own accord, not anyone else's.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, where was that audio from? In the area.
That was second camp.
Was it daytime or?
That was nighttime.
Okay.
That was all nighttime. No, the daytime stuff I was working on, I was telling you about. Yeah, that I'm not showing that yet.
Okay.
And it's pretty hard to hear, but your guys' reaction at camp is interesting though, because you guys keep hearing it throughout the recording.
What was the recording on? Was it on the Roberts thing?
No, actually, I think this is off of a different device.
Was it like around the area, or was it in camp?
Yeah, it's in camp.
Okay.
Sounds like it's in camp. I don't think it's his recording of it, or it might be. I'm not sure, but
okay.
But yeah, you got some pretty good stuff, and got some other stuff to go through and look at, and a lot of more audio to go through, but it's some stuff that. More? Yeah, of course. So really take a look at that. It's a beautiful knock. It's an amazing knock, and then the howls, especially the middle one, is pretty dang good.
All right.
If we do get a vocal report, just reach over and just turn that from get it if we're not. So right now it's set on wide, so we can get this, but we won't get
tree knock.
All right, then we got it. Don't yell again.
Woo!
If we do get a vocal report, just reach over and just turn that from get it if we're not. Right now it's set on wide, so we can get this, but we won't get
Tree knock.
All right, so we got it. Don't yell again.
Behind you.
Yeah, sound like this way, right?
Yep.
Oh,
There's the truck.
Behind you.
Yeah, sound like this way, right?
Yep.
oh,
There's the truck.
Another one.
Yep. You hear that?
Which way is that?
Right behind you.
That way.
Another one.
Yep. You hear that?
Which way is that?
Right behind you.
That way.
Was that a clip in the two howls, the first two howls? There was like a loud slam. Was that a car door?
I think it's someone stepping on a branch or something. It's not anything to pay attention to. No.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, no, just that howl, that really high sustained howl.
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
one
just
was good.
powerful. And yeah, this was I don't think it was. This might be off of my recorder that was in camp.
It was either that or his recording device.
I don't think so. It doesn't sound.
Doesn't sound like
It sounded like it, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
Some of this audio got mixed up and it wasn't labeled properly. And
okay.
Anyways, but yeah, that was some pretty good stuff that was actually caught, and everyone heard it. And, it was pretty intense.
Yeah, I don't think that was when I was there. I think that was like the night or two before.
Yeah, you were there because you stayed at the first camp with.
Yeah,
with
with all the
Emmy
other people.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got a pretty lucky, and they're pretty bold, and ended up doing a lot of stuff actually at camp and making some noises and grunts and stuff during the day, as you can attest to, and at nighttime they were getting pretty close and showing themselves.
Yep.
Actually, catching them on a camera, and we were actually watching this off a live feed off of a phone. We were actually watching one of these clips happen in real time, and so what we actually seen is this. And look in the top left corner, and a single eyeball is gonna slowly open, and it's going to remain open. But we got this eye shine. So as you can see, it's just one eyeball, and it opens up, and it's staring at the camera towards camp.
Is that top left corner right now?
Yeah. You see it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll slowly shut and go away. But this actually is one clip, one of a few, where it actually comes back to the camera and does the same thing.
Yeah, when you went to go take a walk for one of the cameras, because I didn't want to go with you, me and Robert went to go check out where it's coming from. And
what do you think?
It was probably like 2 feet off the ground behind a tree, pretty much. Like that dropped off, and it was on the high side, so it was just like looking in the camp, basically. But it was like this one like spot where you could see through, but you couldn't see it, basically.
Yeah.
It was just hiding behind the tree, pretty much.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, as you can see, there's nothing there, and it just appears. And
Do you have the other one where it reappears, or is this the same clip?
It's the same clip, but at the beginning of the clip, it's not shining.
There. Yeah, there it is right now.
Yeah, then it opens up its eye, and then it's there.
Looks like it got a little bit brighter too once it opened it. Like
yeah, it's very interesting because it's not typical of animal behavior. It's pretty big. It's like you said. It's viewing through a little window.
And just see what's going on, basically.
Yeah, and we actually seen this on the phone, and we all are reacting to it, and then it goes away, and it comes back, and
those pesky humans.
It's very interesting. Yeah, I think they can see the IR light. I got a clip where it looks, definitely appears to be reacting to the IR light. I'm doing some tests on.
Looks like it's slightly moving if you look close enough.
It might be swaying a little bit.
Pulsating, it looks like, or something.
But it's definitely not a bug. It's not a star. It's not. I don't know.
Yeah, the camera's on the outskirt of camp, and it's going towards the woods, basically, like a bunch of trees everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not pointing towards the sky. It's maybe 4 feet off the ground, you'd say, maybe, or less.
I know we moved it. The first spot it was pointed at him one way, and then the other way it pointed differently. But I know people have seen it with their naked eye at one point, and it was.
I think I might have actually seen it.
It was about 8 foot off the ground in one area. Kevin was seeing it. He was like, "Is that is that starlight? Is that stars? Is that stars? Because of that's how far up he's looking." Yeah, doing a staring contest with a Bigfoot. Wonder how'd that go.
They can go a long time without blinking. It says flat rock booger.
So those are some interesting clips of evidence that we've got that are interesting. You can watch the fuller clips will be coming out, but being hissed at very, very, very close. Sounded like a big cat or an alligator or something. I guess we don't have those in Michigan.
Hopefully not. Even if someone did release like a crocodile or alligator into Michigan, it would die in winter. So
unless he evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So those were some video clips of and some evidence just to show of stuff that we've got and stuff that we never really showed, and but we certainly try to get stuff and.
Do you want
in the moment we try to get evidence? But,
do you want to show the clip I got recently, or you want to save that?
Which one?
When
I have to send it to
month. I did send it to you.
A month ago. Yeah, but it's not on. It's not on here.
Okay.
I got to I can only hold so many, and.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, actually, I have them on my computer. It's singing responses or something I labeled it. I do actually have them. Yep. But not ready to go on here.
Okay.
But not when I host with. If I host with my computer, though, I can do share screen and do a little different stuff that way. But
all right.
I had some computer problems lately, and
oh, you have.
Yeah, my other computer, I thought it was done with. But it fixed itself. Power issue. It fixed itself, I guess. I don't know. I'm not complaining.
Downloaded all the files onto a flash drive.
I did. As soon as it was working right the very first time, I did. I downloaded everything off of it. And I was like, oh. And it's fine. So, and then the other one was I had to uninstall a sound program and reinstall the app because it was. You move your mouse a little bit and it'd make the whole screen flicker. So apparently it was a bad install, I guess.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's what I thought at first, but it updated to the computer and did some things, and
Is it your mouse, maybe?
no, it was just a bad program. They said sometimes you got to update the drivers and stuff.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
It wasn't.
It might be a
wasn't-
Windows update too thing.
Yeah.
There's
I did a list of things, and
There's also
whatever
another
it is.
way if you need another way.
There's always another way.
Yeah, I've had problems with mine too, so I had to look up ways to fix it.
Yeah, so luckily got some stuff going, and it is very interesting. Just how plentiful Sasquatch is in Michigan, because we've gotten these different spots. Here's another clip that I really like that it doesn't get a lot of attention, but these are two Sasquatches very close to me that I filmed crashing through the woods in response to me talking to them, and so here we go. Yep. That was pretty intense too, but not too bad. But and again, from that spot, I moved to a different area because I wanted them to follow me. Because if it's a deer or something else, it shouldn't follow you. Really trying to get some better interaction. Because it's not enough to get some of the stuff that we are getting, which is fairly good stuff. It is actual stuff. We have stuff to show, and we do have stuff to present, but it's still not really good. You're always gonna want more. More to that encounter, more to this to help prove it. But we are trying, no doubt about that.
Looks like we've got some people joining.
Uh-oh.
Oh god, what the heck is that? Well, he died, so now I'm here. Oh.
All right.
What just happened?
That was the phone and the computer having a wormhole warp battle of sound waves,
Malfunction. Got it.
echoing, reverb, and all that good stuff. But
okay.
yeah, because you gotta do everything off the phone when I'm posting with it. For some reason, it's not StreamYard is not hooked up properly to my account from the phone and also from the computer, even though it's the same account.
That's weird.
It doesn't allow me to host one or the other. It's very
well.
It's
As I was about to say, it looks like a lot of people are joining us at noon at the
awesome.
dawn.
Yeah, hey guys, how's it going? Jeff Townsend, a good buddy of mine, great guy, awesome guy. Buzzards, Roost, Flat Rock, Booger. It's good to see everyone. Yeah, we actually are trying to get evidence, and we do go into some pretty crazy spots, and We don't hold back about it. So yeah, I mean, you've been on quite a few adventures. I mean, we've been in pretty close proximity to Sasquatch and stuff. I mean, I know you want to see one. I mean, I think we've been very close on some of these occasions of seeing them. I mean, what do you think it's going to take, and what do you feel it's? What do you personally feel it's going to happen when we see them and we start getting them on ad as evidence?
Like, let's hope it's not aggressive.
That's your first thought. Let's hope it doesn't kill us, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually, Huh?
What were you about to say, sorry?
I was gonna say, usually, within the first like 3 seconds, if it doesn't kill you, then you're probably good. Because most of the time, if Sasquatch wants you, it's not going to alert you to its presence. It's just going to do it. It's going to do it in the most quiet and efficient way possible, without letting you know, because it doesn't want you to put up a fight, to turn around to have a gun or a knife or anything else. So,
yeah.
That would be the land between the lakes, is what I'm guessing.
Oh,
which is
okay.
Bigfoot and Dogman hotspot. We're gonna. I don't know.
Where's that at?
My dad.
No, where's LBL at?
What state is that? I forgot.
Oh, it's in a different state.
Yeah, it's in a different state. Yeah, it's on the bucket list. We got a few things that we're going to be doing this year. But we will see next year, and then we will see where we go from there. But we got places for Michigan. Kind of been bogged down with family stuff, important family stuff and stuff. Life happens. But yes, for the summer, spring, and winter, we have.
It says it's in Tennessee.
Tennessee, that's what I thought. Yeah. There's apparently there's people who've died there and get killed and attacked.
Oh, that's great.
But we're gonna visit some places where people have got attacked and all this stuff. So,
awesome.
Yes, this is stuff you don't know. I wasn't supposed to tell you yet, James. Yes, we're going to go to places where there's missing people and there's the reports of Bigfoot attacks. There's missing people, some interesting missing people spots that we're going to check out and camp at, and try not to go missing. But we're going to revisit some hot spots that we have, and we got some new spots. We got new spots we'll be checking out. And hopefully getting some audio evidence like we've shown you, or better, and actually stuff on film. Buzzard's Roost. If it's bulldozing through the woods to you, like to alert you, it's probably to scare you out of the area, like a bluff charge type of thing, to cause enough noise to scare you out of the woods. Usually if Sasquatch is doing stuff to you, it's because it wants you out of the area, or it wants to see how you're going to react. If you know and you're a researcher and you're actually trying to get evidence and trying to get reaction, it's going to respond and do things in a different way compared to if it's trying to scare you out of the area, or if you don't know anything about Bigfoot, you're not reacting a certain way, it's going to change its tactics, because there's certain people who are oblivious and they start hearing stuff and then they're like, oh my God, what's that? And oh, it's a ghost. And especially at nighttime, you're at a graveyard or a chunk of woods, oh, it might be haunted and Bigfoot's out there. It's easy to scare people out of the area. And there are Bigfoots that do go around graveyards. it is a fact that they are attracted to these areas, especially if there's woods next to them that they can be in. So, but yeah, we got good areas planned, and hey, it's all up to them. If they don't make their show on the stage, we don't get no evidence, and we didn't get no present anything to you guys. So it's their game. We just hopefully are in their spot to witness it.
Yeah.
I think we've been, I would say, I don't know, lucky. We've been pretty successful.
Yep, but it's because we're out in the woods, going deep. Where no
I think
one
it's
else goes.
I don't think it's only that though. Too, I think it's the people. Combination of the people going and what we do in the area and being respectful goes a long way. I think. Because they respond to the people and our situation and whatever we're doing. So, but I think we've been pretty successful in the amount of activity we've got at these different areas with different people and the different stuff that we can show you guys with audio clips and some weird, crazy things and encounters that we can tell you guys that we've witnessed and it's hard. I wish we had a better technology where it was like the eyes could record because the stuff we experienced firsthand.
That'd be great.
Sometimes the audio and some of the video just doesn't do it justice of how powerful the sound feels or how intense the moment is when you are getting hissed at and you're getting stuff thrown at you and it's the middle of the night and you're in a bunch of bushes and stuff like. It doesn't do it justice of how intense these moments are, and so we got some clips of people. You can feel their emotion a little bit better because it's intense. Being down in Florida, in certain situations where I'm sure it'll come out in 168, and then we'll be going through some of these clips for you guys, and there's some moments where you can tell that I'm breathing pretty heavy and it's pretty intense for me, of what we're filming and what you can see. We got some pretty good stuff from Florida. Actually, we got some pretty dang good stuff that it's gonna be good. So
yeah, when's the doc coming out? Do you know?
Well, Carrie is a busy guy,
Yeah,
and
for Carrie,
he just got he's been sick for a little while. He just kind of
I
better.
saw he posted a video about that.
Whenever he wants, I guess. I mean, I
thought he had like a set date, so that's why I was asking.
I know how it is. There's a lot. I just sent him a clip, and I'm pretty sure he's still going through a lot of stuff. Episode 1 should come out here pretty soon, I would assume. But the whole thing is going to probably...
Yeah, not the whole thing. I was just asking, like, the beginning.
He's making changes. As I just heard, he changed the intro and stuff, so he's making it better. But there should be some good clips of some Lost Cryptid stuff and evidence that we've got. And evidence that other people got on that expedition. It was really good. It was a good team effort and good collaboration with everyone. And we can't wait to do it again, Got some weird stuff, got some stuff that's hopefully going to help prove, of this, red eye shine stuff and Bigfoot seeing potentially IR light because what I was looking at and moving the IR light off, it seemed to react to the IR light, like it could see it. And also it was a self-illuminating eye glow. So,
I mean, I guess you're out in the woods for years. You probably begin to have powers. of being able to see things you can't see. Because being in a city like affects a bunch of stuff. So it is possible they
Yeah.
have
Well,
the
yeah.
ability to movie.
I think that years of being on the trail of these creatures, you kind of pick up stuff on things. You kind of pick up on some cues, and I mean, I guess I'm not trying to toot my horn, but like, yeah, you become accustomed to some of their signs and sounds they make when they are next to you and in the area. But yeah, I got the clip ready to go. I want to share it to you guys, but I know it's probably going to be a good one. And although I'm not bound by anything,
Don't do it.
no, Perry's going to want to
Carrie will
use
kill
it.
you.
No, he has a lot of good stuff. I mean, this is some extra stuff, but it's very interesting because I do
Instead,
I
you
do
could
film
go on
something that
his live
a lot of
stream.
people claim to see, and a lot of people claim to happens, and a lot of people just never film. So
I'm
I
saying,
do film.
I'm saying on his, you could go on his show instead and show your clips that didn't
If he
make it to
wants
the
to.
documentary.
If he wants to.
That'd probably be a better idea,
they're
really.
in there.
Oh, okay.
This would be not the first night, so it probably won't. It's not going to be on the first one, I don't think. But just like I filmed something crossing the trail. That one's been talked about, and it definitely could be interesting to see in his documentary. And also, when it drops, we're going to get the clip and work on it a little bit, try to enhance it, but also talk about it, go through it, go on a live show, and all that too, and on some of these clips because it's some interesting stuff. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff. I know got some interesting stuff. Is it enough to like prove Bigfoot or anything? Nah, probably not. But I think it's some good, interesting clips and videos that are very interesting. Florida's a really good state. Habitat's really good, amazing for them. The swamps and all that. I definitely can't wait to go back. And there's some other areas I want to go back to and check out. But,
Is World Bigfoot Radio still gonna join us?
Oh yeah. We gotta do a show.
Scheduled that?
we kind of. I think we kind of got to it, and then I don't know. It kind of
Stuff happened. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, lately I haven't really been booking any people because of schedule.
Sure your schedule. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I can. It just all depends. That's why the show went from started out at 7 p.m. to 9, and now we're doing 11 o'clock shows. We were doing 10 o'clock shows. Now we're doing 11 o'clock shows. But
we'll see.
Yeah.
That's what the answer is.
The answer is we'll get World Bigfoot Radio on, Duke on, and we'll get some other people on.
Maybe some viewers.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do an open mic night and just throw it out there, and whoever shows up can come on and talk.
Dive into rabbit holes.
Crazy. Yeah. But
talk about whatever.
Yeah, Central Florida Bigfoot. Yeah, definitely would go to Florida, meet up with you, and take you up on the kayaking stuff. You do some good work and have some good equipment. Yeah, there's a lot of good areas down in Florida. It was pretty amazing because this is the first time I've seen the spider crawl aspect. And in Florida, you have a lot of terrain where crawling on all fours and being in some of the shaded bushes is the way to go for sure. These palm fronds or whatever they're called. And they'll cut you up too. It's pretty interesting. But the area is very, very amazing. And they were doing exactly what Sasquatch do here in Michigan. They were observing people in a spot where they can observe people and horses Yeah, right there at the campgrounds, right there, basically. And then as deep as we went, we actually had activity too. So they do the same stuff. They people watch and they get set up in areas where they can observe the best, and they watch us camp. They watch us have family interactions and everyday things, and they just that's their TV.
Yeah, I think it doesn't matter how far you go into the woods because they're always in the area usually.
Yeah, it's. I mean,
But the deeper you go, the more chance you have to find like evidence of them.
well, what we like to do is we try to set up and push into the woods, and then hopefully bring them back. And usually, they're gonna, especially if you're camping in the woods, they're gonna want to know where you're at, where you're staying, and hopefully have interaction that way. And then you can. But most of the time, a lot of the stuff we get because of we're off trail, or we're pushing into the area trying to get stuff. But we've got, yeah.
What'd you say? You were about to say something.
Just looking at chat and stuff. And,
Okay.
So yeah, we've got some pretty good stuff. Going through some stuff. It's amazing. Bigfoot is an amazing creature. They seem very similar. Like when Robert Carter from New Mexico came up here, he was saying they're doing the same stuff. They're doing the same stuff. Over 1,000 miles apart, like 1,500 or something. They're doing the same stuff in Michigan as they're doing in New Mexico in the desert. They're doing the same kind of patterns, same kind of tree manipulation, and yeah, Robert Kreider is an amazing researcher, amazing guy. He's done a lot more than just Bigfoot, and got some crazy stories of.
I've heard he's done an exploring.
Oh yeah, he's gone and found amazing ancient technology and petroglyphs of being in caves that a Cessna can fly in.
When's he going to be on your show so I can look out for it?
Yeah, he's finally getting on shows again. I know he was he's a busy guy there for a couple months, but he should be on World Bigfoot Radio Show here soon. I know he's teaming up. He's working with him
so I don't miss it.
Yeah, I'm scheduling him. He should be out here pretty soon. He's working with I forgot this guy's name, but he's doing some shows now, weekly shows. Yeah, he's like the real Indiana Jones. I mean, he literally has found some amazing stuff, like cave drawings, petroglyphs of dinosaurs eating Native Americans, or Native Americans riding dinosaurs. He's been in huge cave system, mine systems that super advanced technology that it's like a mile or so deep. I mean, just amazing, incredible stuff, traps, so much crazy stuff. Yeah, like being in cave systems with death traps, poisoning death traps, and also cave-ins where if you mess with something, it's gonna collapse the whole entranceway, and a whole bunch more stuff than what I'm explaining. But he was collaborating that the Sasquatches are doing the same stuff, the same manipulation of the trees, marking the trails that they're taking. And he found a dinosaur skull. He also found remains of a like pterodactyl type of dinosaur creature.
We just got a first donation and a $50 donation from Def Townsend. Saying he supports the LCC and that we're very serious about the subject.
Well, thank you very much, Jeff. Really, really appreciate that, and we're going to be putting that towards towards equipment. And, yeah, I mean, it's going to go to fund to look for Bigfoot, really. Oh, that's amazing. That is the very first donation made. The Lost Cryptids Conservatory. It's live show or any YouTube. So that's amazing. Thank you.
I was about to change the subject, but I wasn't expecting that. So.
Yeah, that was cool. Hopefully you remember it, but yeah, Central Florida, being in underwater caves, that is extremely dangerous, dude. Like, more dangerous than anything. Yeah. Well, all these stories is because people get so confused with the silt and all this, and people panicking. There's some pretty horrific stories of underwater caves and diving. So, yeah. We have never came across the cave, but if we did, I think we would be semi-prepared enough to explore a little bit of it, not going majorly deep. If so, we'd have to get Rob Kreider back up here, and he'd help guide the way because he's had experience with that stuff. So
yeah, World Bigfoot Radio said he got stuck in one before, which that sounds horrible.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean it's some dangerous stuff.
Yeah,
like,
what do you do once that happens? Just hope people find you.
No, you got to get yourself out of the situation fast. I mean, that's the whole point. Is you got to be prepared. Preparation, not having an ego about yourself, but knowing your limitations and knowing when to turn back and when to, do things is very important because a lot of people make simple mistakes and end up in very horrific situations. So yeah, I've listened to a lot of horrific cave diving experiences. So some of these places I wouldn't go. But there's a lot of cave systems down there. There's a lot of I think there's some ancient canals and stuff
Where
through
are we
the
talking
state.
about? Sorry.
Florida. In Florida, there's some ancient canals and Native American mounds and some different stuff like that. That hopefully maybe are out there, and there's a lot of stuff that we don't understand and don't.
The government knows all, but we won't.
Well, yeah, I was just reading today. We were talking about the prairie people, this other race of people in Michigan that the Native Americans fought. There's this huge. They were copper miners, but in the late 1800s, there's this huge 16 tons, I think, or something like that, worth of copper or rock that the natives fought over and sold to the white people. And this guy ended up purchasing it, and then the government actually took it from him and gave it to the Smithsonian.
There's actually a story like that in Michigan about, I think it was a copper chunk, a big copper chunk was up in the UP, and the government bought it basically, and they had to bring it all the way down to Detroit.
Yeah. The guy floated it all the way to Detroit, and they paid him like $5,000 for it, and then they.
Yeah, but it was back in the day, so that's like a lot of money.
Yeah. It was this ancient Native American artifact or the mound builders artifact, and they scooped it up and they sold it, and it's just very interesting because of the Smithsonian is always a name that always a name that's thrown into. They find all these artifacts and they get thrown over to them and they're never seen again. A lot of Michigan artifacts of the mound builders, and they found bones of people of giants, but of these mound builders in Michigan that were performing brain surgery.
Oh, really?
And they have the University of Michigan's, and you can find it. They say yes, they have evidence that these mound builders were performing advanced surgical operations, and they had advanced technology of jewelry and metalworkings and brain surgery, which is the only other places they found those was like ancient Egypt. They have them in some in South America too, but very rare. I mean, that's extremely to be able to do that is a high mystery because we don't know how they're doing that. But only the advanced cultures have like Egypt. Do they have specimens showing that? So it's very interesting. They have tablets and stuff of this ancient race of people, these mound builders, who the natives said they went to war with. They exterminated them basically. That's how they came to Michigan. Yes, if we ever found a cave, we could explore the first section before it goes too deep, fairly safely with some flashlights and rope. But going actually deep into a cave without proper gear,
lost. Yeah, that too.
You die, you get lost, and it definitely ain't squeezing my big butt through some tiny holes. So that's not happening yet. So we get up to that point, but definitely think there's some cave systems in Michigan. In fact, that there is karst, which is natural cave systems by waterways and all that. Michigan has the type of environment for it, and there's some pretty well-known ones for this type of environment: underwater cave systems, underwater watersheds, openings, and oh, geez, thanks. Appreciate that, Overbuilt Automotive, for the $5 donation. Wow, guys.
People feeling
in one show. Wow. I support Sasquatch girls on trampolines. Yeah. I think there actually has been reports of Sasquatches on trampolines.
Wait, really?
I'm sure Val probably has some. Yeah.
We gotta ask.
I think I've read some. Val has been pulling out some reports that amaze me of what they are because of no one else has them.
Like what kind of creature, or like what are you talking about?
I'll go pull some. I'll go read some. That's what we'll do. We're gonna go sneak into Val's group and read some of his posts because he got the best.
While you're doing that, I'll bring up another topic. So,
all right,
it is almost Halloween, and I want to know if you've had any ghost things happen recently.
No, not recently. My girlfriend, she sees stuff out of the corner of her eye sometimes. She will see someone standing somewhere. No, the only ghost thing I encountered was the man who walked into my house, and he's.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he. Well, I had the dog out. I let the dog in because she was barking. And I look, and he's at the front door. And we're the door's right there, just side by side. So it's not back door; it's the side. It's right there. I didn't lock. When I shut the door, I didn't lock it. I guess I went to the front door. He went to the other door.
I mean, that's fine. No one really some people don't lock their doors,
No, like it was locked.
They don't
I locked them all night.
I'm saying they don't expect people to walk into their house.
When I had let the dog in, I didn't lock that door. I didn't even let the dog off a lead. And then, I seen the guy walk in. And, I've heard something, okay, it's probably a maintenance guy or whatever, but I'm kind of like, hey, what are you walking in my house for? And the dude is about to have
He's
a
not on
bad day.
drugs.
He's about to have a bad day. Yeah,
Was he
he's
on
on.
drugs? Okay.
Yeah, he thought it was his sister's house. She's like, yeah, it's my sister's house.
No,
He's-
no, it's not.
no.
I've had a friend before that did that once. He was like really drunk once and accidentally like put his keys into another person's house, and then someone like came to, not came to the door, but like said on the other side, "Who is that?" And then he just started, "Oh crap, this is my house," and he just ran away. and then they shined like a flashlight at him. He's like, "Who are you? What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm sorry, I'm like really drunk. I don't know where I am." And
you know,
well, they're like, "Well, you're lucky because he had a shotgun, you know."
yeah,
he was in Flint, so you know. Yeah,
well, if the guy would have, if the guy would have just, oh, I'm sorry and stuff like that, could have been cool, but he refused to leave and refused to.
Oh, he refused to leave.
Yeah, that's why I did the video because I was gonna get trying to go Facebook Live to get him.
I would just call the cops.
Well, we did, but when seconds count, the cops are only minutes away. So
yeah.
Oh yeah, we call the cops. Okay, well, now you still gotta wait. And no, you gotta get some.
Proof.
You're gonna get video evidence to show this guy's in the house. He's refusing. I'm telling him he's being trespassed, and then he said no. It kind of squared up a little bit, and my phone died. But I was planning on filming it. But yeah, I got him out of the house. I ended up.
How did you get him out of the house? Or is that not legally able to be said?
No, I can. The cop, I could have done a lot more. Cops, I could. When a guy walks in your house like that and won't leave, you can do whatever you want to the guy because the guy's not. What's that?
I don't know if you can read that, but it says ghost. The ghost literally said ghost. I just have it going sometimes to see what happens, you know what?
No, in that situation, you can do whatever you want because the guy, you don't know what the guy's going to do. You don't know what kind of weapon the dude has, what kind of frame of mind the dude is in. So he's already on drugs, but I handled it pretty peacefully for the situation where I could have done. But no, I kind of pushed him a little bit, and then I took his back, choked him out. Not a rear naked choke, but kind of like a backwards guillotine choke. And I choked him out. And when he was all limp, I had to lift him up. I was still choking him. I had to lift him up, and I had to, throw him out of the house.
Oh.
And I told him, you come back in here again, you ain't gonna be leaving. You ain't gonna be walking away. You ain't gonna, you're gonna leave in a bag. And I told the cop that if he comes in here again, he's leaving in a body bag. And that cop said, "You do whatever you need to do." Well, I mean, seriously.
I would just shoot his legs, then he can't ever walk again. Then he'll learn his lesson.
I didn't. Well, the problem with people like that is you go point a gun at them, and they're gonna be like, "Well, shoot me. You ain't gonna shoot me. You didn't do it." I don't want to clean up that mess. It's too early. The kids are in the living room.
Yeah, don't want to mentally scar your own childhood.
Well, I mean, hey, push comes to shove. I'll have to do whatever I need to do. But no, I choked him out and gave the evidence to the officer, and I followed him back to where he was at because I was like, "Where is this guy going? He's gonna go into some other guy's house. He's gonna get his butt whooped again."
Are you in like an actual house now, or are you in a trailer place still?
Trailer, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah. So it's like
just making sure it's not like an actual house and some guy just out of nowhere just came through your neighborhood. And
well, he
it's
kind
like
of was randomly, but hey, This is why you don't trespass in people's houses.
Yeah.
And it's called unlawful entry is what he got arrested for and is charged with.
Oh, they actually arrested him?
They
found
actually
him?
have to. Well, yeah, they could not arrest him. It's not an arrestable offense, but they have to talk to a judge who then writes paperwork. Who then they pick him up, and he gets 90 days in jail. But yeah, they couldn't arrest the guy. I was like, what the heck? I could have took this guy's life, and you guys aren't even gonna arrest him, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's in those situations, it's very actually scary and dangerous. You don't know what's going to happen, and you always don't have to always go overboard if you don't have to.
So no paranormal things then.
That's the only paranormal damn thing I had to deal with in it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, is this really freaking happening right now? It's like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, are you serious? Like, I woke up to this. Yeah, paranormal stuff. No, I don't mess with the ghost stuff. She gets activity every once in a while, but no ghost stuff. No, I just don't mess with it, man. What about you? You got any ghost stuff that's happened lately?
Yes. Give me a minute.
All right.
I mean, not a minute. 5 seconds.
Yeah, and then I'll.
Okay.
Talk about it.
What?
Go ahead.
I was watching a YouTube video late at night. It was like a documentary series on like I don't know if you know where Three Bridges is at. Three Bridge, maybe? Third Bridge, that's what it's called.
Maybe.
It's in Colorado.
Wow.
They've had a bunch of bad shit happen there, you know? Either way, I was watching a documentary on it, and they were doing a bunch of paranormal stuff. And I was running my app, obviously, but I was having like actually, no, I wasn't running the app. I started having like cold spots like around me, and there's no air conditioning on or anything, and I was just like a little weirded out. I mean, it happens every now and then, but that's when I know there's something here. So then I turned my thing on, and I was getting some weird words that I usually don't get, obviously. Let me see if I can find what I got. Oh, I got like incubus is one, which that's not a good thing.
No, probably not.
Yeah. Because it was like talking about like demons and stuff, so I was like, crap.
That's why I don't mess with the ghost crap.
Yeah, usually nothing bad happens to me, so usually. Okay. And like right as the video finished, I got one that said complete. So I thought that was a little weird too.
Yeah, it is weird. The little that app does sometimes have some interesting words at some pretty coincidental moments.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I found it. I got one that said like exit. I was like, oh crap, I'm gonna die. It said exit and then it said prayer, like better pray.
Better pray, don't get in a car crash.
I don't know. Oh, I also had like a cold spot from like go up from my like shoulder area down to like my right foot. I was like a little freaked out there because it like never goes that low.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. I overbuilt the automotive said it explains why he got arrested. He didn't get arrested because it was Michigan.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's a as long as you don't break into someone's house. If you just open the door and walk in, yeah, it's not
Pretty sure-
arrestable.
Oh, because he just opened the door that was unlocked, so it
Right,
doesn't
you didn't
count.
break in. So, yeah, I mean, it just takes a whatever. A dude ain't
I mean,
gonna
he
do
didn't
that.
know where he was probably, but he also
No,
wouldn't
he's
leave.
very
so-
adamant that it was his sister's house. He's telling me it's not my house. It's his sister's house. Well, I told
I
him
have the
he was
evidence.
wrong.
Maybe it was his sister's house, and then his sister left.
Dude,
At one point, it was maybe.
yeah, let's just say he ain't gonna do that again.
Hopefully.
It'd be very bad for him. I already warned him multiple times. All right, but we'll hopefully this loads up. Let's talk about. I'm gonna read some posts of some interesting stuff that we find interesting, and then Val, who is the data miner, the data guy, the gumshoe guy. He has the biggest Michigan Sasquatch database that I know of, with over 1,500 reports. He definitely has a lot, and he's a lot more North American reports too. But this is from an article in a news, a finding of giants in Michigan. And it says during the investigation of the mounds in Pokagon Township, Cass County, Michigan, the bones of perhaps 100 persons were found in the center of one mound, and under these, separated from his companions, were the bones of a man who in life must have been fully 9 feet tall. He was occupying a sitting position with his feet under him, and this was in 1899, March 2nd. That was in the National Labor Tribune, March 2nd, 1899. 100 people in this mound, and the main guy, 100 people, but the main guy, a royalty or a person of importance, was 9 feet tall in one of these mounds.
9 feet. Oh my god!
Yes.
Isn't that that's
these are mound
the
builders.
tallest person ever was like only 7 something, right? Or
He was 8'11", I believe.
oh, so that's taller than the ever highest recorded one.
Yeah, but yes, but that height, the guy's not functional either. That guy's not able to.
Exactly.
These guys are fine with like giant axes and copper weapons and stuff. We were having a discussion about the prairie people, the mound builders of Michigan, these copper mound builders, where they had advanced technology. They were fueling the Bronze Age with the copper, and the interaction they had with the natives. And they do find giant skeletons in these mounds, but they also find regular people and advanced jewelry work and other technology. So here's another giant skeleton that was in Michigan, found in Michigan. Okay. So 12-foot 6-inch skeletal remains of a being with black hair uncovered in a backyard of a resident. It had large teeth, small nose, and remnants of black hair. 1919, September 6th, Jackson, Michigan. 12 feet 6 inches with black hair.
Wait, what was it? Is it a person? What did it describe?
Described with black hair underneath. Yeah, it's not described as Bigfoot. It says it had black hair, like a person who's 12 feet 6
Did they
inches.
see it? Was it dead?
Skeletal remains.
Oh, jeez.
Giant, yeah. Giant skeleton pulled out of Jackson, Michigan, about 100 years ago.
Fuck.
Wow.
Only
To be
100
there.
years.
Yeah, you're gonna start owing money to the swear jar. Keep swearing.
Jeez.
Yeah, we try not to swear on the live show. We try not to. But yeah,
They
they
said it was okay for some.
Yeah, YouTube's kind of picky.
Oh, okay.
YouTube's been picky
It's
on the
not like they're gonna go through a 2-hour live stream, and they're not gonna go through a 2-hour live stream. Be like, oh.
Oh yeah, they do. Oh yeah. No, actually, they had issues with some of the stuff I was talking about a couple live streams ago, and then I made them review it and stuff, and it was fine. But like, yeah, sometimes they're picky. It doesn't really matter. I'm just, we got kids and younger audiences that do watch this stuff.
I mean, it's 2 a.m., but yeah, I got it. Later
it
they
is
will.
2 a.m., yeah. We're not one of those shows. Yeah, we're not. This is not the Royal Rumble show where anything goes. And
all right, understandable. I'll keep it more PG-13.
Yeah. We're like, yeah, PG-13 kind of. PG-12. PG. Try not to swear, but I just had some stuff I was going to read. But yeah, amazing giant skeleton. So this is some Sasquatches reports of them being on top of roofs on people's houses. So it says, me and my husband have been hearing yells, screams, wood knocks, and even them climbing up on their porch, the porch roof, knocking on their bedroom wall. We've also found footprints after an 8-foot black hairy being was seen running through the backyard. It's 2016 in Alabama. We have a creature with grayish brown color with the front side lighter, and initially they had heard a loud bump on the roof which woke them up. They have seen the beast on several occasions. 1968, I was in Ohio. 1970, October 1st. This is in Oklahoma. A hairy ape-like man beast climbed up on the roof of the trailer. We felt the trailer sink into the ground. I was in Oklahoma. Okay, here we have aggressive, growling, hairy werewolf beast jumping on the shed and chasing resident farmers and possibly killing animals. That was in Michigan, 2005. So,
yeah, stuff happens.
All right, here's this is part 2. This is from the files of not a single report exists of Bigfoot killing or injuring a person. Not one. These are reports that contradict that. And Val has these. All right, 2 men found dead, their rifles twisted and distorted, and with all their bones crushed and broken as smashed against the ground. I was reported. I'm not sure why it says that. There are 2 small rocks were found at a tree stump close by, and this was in 1927, October, Grays Harbor County, Washington. 2 men found dead, rifles twisted and broken, their bodies crushed, bones broken, and they appeared to be smashed against the ground.
Where is that?
That was in Grays Harbor County, Washington.
Okay, good. It's not Michigan.
Not Michigan. So there we go. There is a report from 1927 of a supposedly a guy got killed by a Sasquatch. Sounds pretty. Sounds like the culprit to me.
Ruthless.
It sounds ruthless. Sounds like the damage done by Sasquatch, actually. Let me keep going. Huh. Yeah, Val has a lot of good stuff. Yeah. Here we have oh, what the heck?
Oh.
Yeah,
He has a whole database of everything Sasquatch related.
he does. Yeah, and a lot of it he has not shared yet, and it's amazing. He gets a lot of reports and a lot of information and knowledge that's unparalleled and unseen by anyone else. So, he actually has bears and wolves interacting with Bigfoot. We have stories like that. So we have witnesses watch a black bear running off the road into the brush with a 9.6-foot tall Bigfoot chasing in close pursuit. A bear carcass, 9'6", 9.5.
How
So
did
black
they
bear.
measure that?
I don't know.
It's
So
like
they
very
witnessed
specific
the black bear running into the bush and a 9.5-foot Bigfoot creature running into close pursuit. A bear carcass was found torn to shreds with huge 18-foot tracks all about it. This was in 1996. This was in Oregon.
Oh, that's where all of them are.
So here's another one, and this is bears and wolves subsection. Two prospectors were cooking dinner at their campsite, were stunned in silence when a bear chased by a Bigfoot ran through their camp. Tracks found and witnesses found Bigfoot tracks superimposed over the bear tracks. Sorry, this was in 1985 in Oregon. So they had bear tracks, and the Bigfoot tracks were on top of the bear tracks. It was chasing the bear because of in the data it shows that Sasquatch doesn't like bears because full-grown bears can eat small Sasquatch.
Oh, really? I thought
Yes.
maybe they were taking their dinner.
No, so they actually seem to kill them outright because of the danger to the young ones.
Child,
Is what the
yeah.
data is showing.
What do you mean
like
by
this.
little ones? Do you mean like? You don't mean like
Yeah,
teenagers, right?
Sasquatch, toddlers, young ones.
Could they just
Even
climb
if-
trees?
Well, black bears can climb trees too.
Oh,
And
were they black bears or were they other bears?
Any kind of bears, grizzly bears or black bears.
Oh, they all can climb trees?
What?
Can they all climb trees? Bears?
Grizzly bears actually can climb. There's some videos of grizzly bears climbing some trees that you didn't think a
Great.
grizzly bear could do. Typically, a black bear is a wizard climbing trees, and a grizzly bear typically doesn't climb trees, but they definitely can. Just not as high, and their claws are not built for climbing trees. Like brown bears, grizzly bears, our claws are made for digging. Black bears are actually made to climb. So, hikers found the carcass of a bear cub with a leg pulled off in the same area. They experienced a creature running away on two legs after pushing a tree over on them, behind them. So, 2016 this is over in Connecticut. Campers hear strange whooping owl-like calls, then hears a grizzly bear running away from the area downhill. That was in British Columbia, 2000.
Gotta take a trip over there, right?
Yeah. Okay, so campers see a grizzly bear running down a gully, followed by a Bigfoot screaming and throwing large boulders towards the bear. 1989. This is Glacier National Park, British Columbia. So this one is going to be pretty interesting. 1977, October, Oregon. Found 3 wolves killed, where each one had been bludgeoned and had broken necks after campers heard sounds of a fight as growls, ripping, and the 3 wolves screamed. Then it quickly went silent. Found beaten and bludgeoned to death. Well, what other animal beats up and bludgeons a wolf? 3 wolves.
That's sounds like that one time. Well, we never found the wolves or coyotes' bodies, but I think we were out in Bill's area, and it just sounded like, or no, I wasn't there. He had an experience where it sounded like they were just getting slaughtered, but he didn't know from what, and he didn't want to find out.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely reports of them. Val has reports of them doing that to domestic dogs, killing them, and he has pictures, and there's of their bodies being thrown in trees, like trophies or a calling card, is what Val is pointing to, like a hey, look at this, I'll do this, or this is a trophy, or this is what's going to happen. Don't go here, stuff like that. But the point of it is when they put the stuff on the trees, it's on display. They're putting it on display for everyone to see. So there's hunter interaction. There's multiple Bigfoot sightings where there's multiple Bigfoot. So here's another one of no such thing as people dying of a Bigfoot. This is another one he has. So if anyone says Bigfoot doesn't kill people, there's no reports. There's never been a confirmed body. I'm about to read you some. Okay, 1965, Jefferson, Texas. Authorities create posse to search for animal that had torn apart a couple. Okay, so the authorities formed a posse to search for an animal that torn apart a couple. Because they do that with normal animals, right? Like bears and other stuff, right? That's 1965. So what kind of animal torn apart a couple?
Could have been a bear.
Doesn't say bear. Doesn't say bear. Doesn't say bear. When did they say bear?
Animal?
Yeah, it says animal.
I guess, yeah.
It says authorities create a posse.
Maybe they don't know what it
Dozens
was.
of people.
Maybe they didn't know if it was a bear or a coyote or whatever.
Well,
they could just.
I don't know.
They didn't know. They were just, let's go look and see if we can find whatever did it.
These are from Val's files that he supposes are Sasquatch related. So there's like body of a missing girl found in swamp. This is 1946, December 1st. This was in Vermont. Newlyweds found newlyweds missing. Just never found. Cabin door open. Giant footprints around premises. This is 1946, British Columbia. So newlyweds went missing and never found, and the door was open with giant footprints around the premises. You have portions of a human skeleton found, 1938. In Vermont. Or no, that was in Washington, California. Washington Column County. You have a 28-month-old boy and dog disappear while playing outside near his home. 1931. That was in Michigan, Macomb County. Yeah, missing hunter found dead. Signs of a violent struggle found in snow. 1926. I was in Reading, Vermont. Prospector abductee escapes. I'm not sure what the full story is on that. It's 1924, British Columbia. 1919. Missing boy found naked except for shirt and the flesh was eaten off his bones near swamp.
Jesus.
1919, October 8th. That was in New Jersey. Okay. This is the stuff that they don't talk about. This is stuff that people, this is some like missing 401 stuff.
You actually gotta dig to find those.
This is
They
stuff
try to
that,
hide them.
that Val is chalking up to be Sasquatch attacks on people that have gone reported. But, okay, so we have missing human remains of two headless prospectors missing since 1906, found in 1908. That is Nahali Valley National Park, Northwest Territories. That area actually has a lot of missing people. It is called the Headless Valley because they find a lot of headless people there. So,
Great.
here we have, you're going to like this one. Child grabbed by hairy human-like gorilla released a half-mile away when pursued by men on horseback. This is 1897, February 2nd, Dansville, Ohio. Child grabbed by a hairy gorilla carried over a half mile away.
Did they ever get the child back?
Yeah, they released him. Yep. It says released a half mile away, pursued by men.
Oh, you were talking about the headless thing. I was like, oh. Kill him?
Yeah. Here's another
trophy.
Gigantic bipedal animal beast grabs a 5-year-old, carrying him off until he is pursued, and he drops the boy. That's in 1883, and that is in West Virginia. So these are all different stories in different states, like of attacks. No attacks on people documented. Well, that's not true.
You just gotta look for them.
Yeah. Val is definitely data mined, and he has. So a ferocious, muscular, hair-matted thing roaming the woods, seen where a man is found beaten to death. That's in 1883, May 24th. That's in Virginia. A Sasquatch found in the area where a man was beaten to death. Here's another one. 7-foot-high, frightful being made several attempts to carry off women. 1871, May 5th. That's in Tennessee. It was also
do you know what it means by attempts to carry them away?
attempted to carry off women.
What, like grabbed them but they got away, or?
Yeah. I don't know. It's attempted kidnapping. I mean, what else is there? Big hairy beast is attempting to kidnap women. I mean, there you go. There's some Sasquatch stuff. Here's a good, interesting one. An abducted female escapes hairy beast, returns to village unharmed. This is 1871. This was in British Columbia. They're talking about a native village up there. So she'd returned to the village. Here's another one that's interesting. Dozens of wounded soldiers laying on the battlefield waiting for medical help scream and holler, then fire shots as a human-like, ape-like creature steps out of the woods. This is in 1863, September 20th. This is in Georgia. Civil War soldiers shooting at
I think I've heard a few of those, yeah.
Yep. One of those.
Just
Here's
war
another
stories,
one.
creatures.
Troop K Company of the 67th Pennsylvania Infantry lets loose a withering volley on when they encountered a man-beast that was on foot during the Battle of Harper Ferry. This was in 1863, February 22nd, Harper's Ferry, West Virginia. So they have documentation of that particular troop company, Troop K, shooting a volley of bullets at a Sasquatch on the battlefield.
What's a volley mean?
It's when you have like a group of 20 guys shooting all at once.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Yeah, you shoot all at once because that you have all that volley of bullets going and hitting all the other guys, So
Did it take it down or no?
doesn't say. I don't think so. It doesn't. It
I
doesn't
think
say.
if they all hit their shots,
They shot at it.
Good.
Okay, so let's get some
pretty
of these other ones that are in Michigan. I skipped these just for you, James.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. 2 men were picked up and carried a short distance before being dropped by an ape-like thing. This is in 1956, Marshall, Michigan.
Where's that?
That is that's between Battle Creek and Jackson, Michigan, on the highway.
Oh, okay. Or about you?
Kinda, yeah. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it looks like everywhere else in their state. So,
yep.
It didn't say children. It says 2 men. Yeah. 2 men were picked up and carried a short distance. 2 men were carried off.
Well, it says they survived, so.
Yeah, did you? What a story! In 1956, in Michigan. So Sasquatch does actually, have these interactions with people. Here's another one in Michigan. Yeah, I think I already said this one. I'll say it again though. 28-month-old, which is he's 2 and a half. 2 and 2 months. A 28-month-old boy and dog disappearing, playing outside near his home in the woods. 1931. One of those missing kids probably never found.
Oh, really? Never found? Jeez.
Probably. We have a lot of them here in Michigan.
Where was that at?
That was in Michigan, Macomb County. Ithaca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ithaca, Michigan.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so here we have a dismembered hunter found. The head and 1 leg was missing from the body. This is 1912, November 23rd. This is in up in the UP of Michigan.
Ah, great.
Yeah, right. And those are under the files of. There's never been a reported case of Sasquatch killing a people, but certainly not true because there's document cases right there. Those are from newspapers. Those are from people.
I mean, the little boy. Who knows if he was killed? Maybe they just turned him into their own servant.
Unfortunately, the reality of this situation is that Sasquatch probably does eat people if given the chance.
Yeah.
Native Americans have alluded to this. Some of these reports allude to this. Some individuals do, and hopefully not all of them. It appears that they have and do sometimes engage in kidnapping of people, of women and children. That continues on today. So there's some aspects where when we're out there researching, that is in the back of my head, like, wow, there's they do carry off men, and
then take the women.
And they'll even during the day. I think it was during the daytime, but we'll carry you off, we'll kidnap you, we'll potentially kill you and eat you, or do whatever with it. Who knows?
Yeah.
If it takes you away, most likely you're not going to be seen again. Who knows what happens? There are reports of them breeding with people. There's old native stories of them taking the women and breeding with them, and then women would live there for a couple years and then return to the village because the woman was too sick and Sasquatch couldn't do nothing, so he gave her back up to the people. Or there's other stories of women who would just run away, or the natives, a hunting party found a particular woman out gathering berries, and she ran with them, and then they took her away because the Sasquatch wouldn't let her go.
Yeah.
He was keeping her alive and feeding her and taking care of her, but he wouldn't let her go. She wasn't allowed to leave. So you have a lot of stories of them taking people, a lot of stories of them interacting with people in certain ways that is just not nice. So it is dangerous to be out there researching because you, regardless, it's a powerful creature. It's a powerful being that if it really wanted to and not very much effort could hurt us, squish us, and take us out. So but here I got a example of a Bigfoot attempting to kidnap a woman. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
All right, I'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
All right, here we go.
Oh. Yeah, I guess if you shoot them in the heart, they'll
So here we have attempted kidnapping by Bigfoot. And these are in European folklore. I actually erased the other ones I have. But yeah, the guy, he attempts to take the woman, and then the guy is like, no, stay away. And it's a great representation of a Bigfoot attempting to kidnap a woman. So that's what they are referring to. And that is couple 100-year-old European pictures of them doing the same thing. So these creatures are known for kidnapping, from European lore to Native American lore to modern day stories. They continue to do the same stuff, which is kidnapping. So that is one aspect that is not friendly at all. That you can't say is friendly at all. Is kidnapping.
Yeah.
So, everyone should always be on guard. Even us, we should be always mindful of our environment and the possibilities of what could actually happen, because forever on these expeditions, James, and I go missing, I mean, something happened. It's like something's going on. It's not normal. And it's very possible that this could happen to anyone, especially people who don't have experience in Bigfoot stuff. They don't know the signs. They don't know what they're hearing. They don't know, what's going on. And they think it's just a deer or something. And then something happens, they get in a situation, and now it's up to the Bigfoot to decide what happens, because they are the boss of the woods. So,
The protector of the forest.
yeah, you better respect that forest, because it could be a brutal killing machine. I mean, this thing there is nothing out that's going to stop it from getting you if it really wants you. You can have a gun on you. You can have all that. It doesn't really matter. We've had close encounters with a gun on myself, very close encounters, and didn't really play a factor in how close they wanted to get. So I think they realize it, and they definitely have caution when they have firearms, but it's not stopping them from getting closer. It's not stopping them from doing what they want to do. So.
Yep.
So yeah, that was
There's an echo.
yeah, I know that's my phone. So if there's any other questions, stuff like that, questions, concerns, let's get them out there. Otherwise, we're probably gonna shut the show down.
Yeah.
It's almost 2:00. I think it was a pretty good show. Showed you guys some good evidence, unreleased evidence that it's pretty good stuff. It's not proof of Bigfoot, but it's evidence that we're getting that hopefully points to it.
It's proof to unknown species of animal.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, a lot of this stuff is very close encountered, and we do have our stories of being there, witnessing it, and we're trying. We really are trying to get the best stuff we can, and it is hard. It's not easy, even when you're right there and you have some equipment in hand. I mean, there's always factors that come into play, decisions and just. But we are trying. We've actually been very successful this last year and the last 2 years, and it's been actually very successful. So I chalk that up to the people and the ideas and theories that we push and what we try to do in the field. And a lot of the stuff we kind of do on the fly too sometimes. So it's not like we go in there with a big old plan of, oh yeah, you're going to push from this way and we're going to push from this way and we're going to pinch everything in the middle. Like most of the time we go out there, we're kind of just doing stuff on the fly and reacting to what we're finding or hearing or how the area is. And then we try to go into a more Sasquatch appealing environment or spot, and then hopefully try to find evidence, try to get evidence, find tree structures, and can prove that it's actually manipulation, not nature. But we get lucky out there, and I think, that for whatever reason, they seem to like our approach, and they sometimes let us know.
Yep. That's how it goes.
Pretty much. I mean, we don't have like major plans set in place of like, we're going to go on this trail, you guys can go on this trail. I mean, most of the time it's kind of, we're just in the moment, we're doing our stuff. Yeah, we figure it out, and we bring our expertise to the table, and
except for
just
when we had except for where we were in the UP and we had like 15 people there. We had to break off and go our ways.
Yeah, but nothing was like really planned for like, this is what's gonna schedule for today. It was
it was just whatever.
Everything was like, pretty freely open and stuff. I mean, that's kind of how we have is you're open to kind of do whatever you want and take whoever you want, just ask and go. And but Sasquatch dictates the situation, and then we get into these situations where we have activity and we get lucky, and or they like us for some reason. They like our approach. They like our styles. They like your calls that you make.
Curious, yeah.
You've got several responses from your calls.
Yes, I have.
I think we've been in some areas enough that they know probably what we're doing there for sure. And then if we went there again, they probably recognize us. So, which helps, because if you want to build a relationship, you definitely want them to recognize you and understand you and have a good mindset. You want to, make a good impression. You don't want to be someone who they don't like. It's like, oh, it's this guy again. Well, let's go teach him a lesson, or let's go scare him.
Overbuilt Automotive. I'm pretty sure this live stream is going to be uploaded to the channel if you want to check out the first hour that you missed, or if anyone else missed anything, because that's where we went over most of the audio.
Yeah, a lot of good evidence. Yeah, a lot of good evidence that you guys should check out and stuff. And a lot of it, I think, was pretty clear. You could hear pretty well. So, and this is real deal stuff. This is close encounter stuff. I mean, we have stuff to show you guys. So yeah, I wanted the show to be about that. Show you some stuff we haven't looked at before, and yeah, I can't wait till this next year. I can't wait for everything. Winter's coming up. Fall.
Yeah, winter's a whole new environment for Michigan, especially Bigfooting.
Yeah, it's the one season. I love winter. I love all the seasons, but winter's the one season in my regular in a lot of spots where you can't find where they're going or where they're bedding up at, because in a lot of seasons I kind of know where they're at, especially now. I kind of know where they're at and where they're hanging by because they're reacting to the hunters. But in winter, I can find footprints and I can have some interactions, but finding where the footprints lead or where they're actually staying at is a totally different story. Seems to be like they either go underground somewhere or they are huddled up in a spot where they just don't move, and they've gathered enough resources to last until it snows again to cover the tracks, or it's melting to cover the tracks. So that's why I love it, because I want to get out there and find this mystery, because I know once I find the spot where they're at, they're not going to be able to run away. I'm going to find their tracks and be able to track them. They won't be able to escape. So, but finding this spot and finding these areas or finding an entrance to a cave is a lot harder than it seems.
Don't you have a few spots that you know of around your area that they're usually at, or was that a different place?
Yeah, there's
because you had one where you interact with them all the time.
I don't know where they're at in winter. Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
winter. I don't know. Yeah, there's several spots.
A while ago. Yeah. You used to go there and they'd you'd put a stick on a tree and they'd move it or something like that. That place. Where you're interactive all the time with them.
Yeah, they I've had interaction in winter with them, but I don't know where they're at. In that particular time they were on an island in the middle of a stream river section, and but I mean, they're not on the island the entire time. I mean, they go underneath the water and have some type of doorway or cave system. I don't know, but a lot of the stuff that I've been reading points to them being in underwater caves or underwater dens like otters and beavers,
or caves,
or it might lead to actual cave systems.
And then the hollow earth theory comes into effect.
It does, yes. And well, there's a lot of expanse. We do know that through karst systems, it's very new science, very new limited understanding, especially with the exploration part of these natural water cave systems. These are humongous areas. These are attached through cave systems, and they go for hundreds of miles sometimes. So we do know that there's definitely a lot more cave systems and a lot more stuff we just don't know about and have not discovered yet. So I like to lean that way. Yes. Well, I'm reading a lot about karsts in the swamps and stuff like that. And waterways and caves. I mean, it's all connected, but there's very valuable information, and you can read from maps and looking at watersheds and stuff. I'll get into that a little bit later, but I do think there's holes and stuff that they are swamp muck that they jump through to pierce through and get to another section. Sure. I mean, being the 1,000-something pounds, they just jump into this mud hole. They sink all the way to the bottom and get through an air pocket that could lead to a cave system that no human's going to do that. Where would you know?
For so long. they know exactly where to go. Especially
Right,
if
and
they're
then a
being
human
hunted
does
or
that.
something.
A human's gonna never find that spot, never know where to, like how
Yeah, we're
far
not
down,
going in the mud.
where's the air bubble at? Is it an air bubble that a human could reach without taking a breath of air?
I
They
mean,
have huge
maybe.
lungs. They can probably swim a lot farther than a person can before they need air.
Could always use your air tank.
Oh, you know how
But I'm not.
dangerous that becomes? Like we talked about underwater cave diving
Oh
in
yeah, yeah.
in control. Yeah, I mean you're talking about mucky mud, super close cross. I mean it's
I
just
wouldn't
not.
say I'd do it. I'm just saying that's an option if you wanted to get down
um,
in there.
yeah, if we ever discovered something, we would try to document it, of course, and potentially get the right equipment with the right people to test the theory. But it can be extremely dangerous, and it's not something that we do willy nilly. So, because we try to take this seriously, it's not something you know, it's not our, a weekend hobby for me. This is a lot more than that, and we're not out there trying to play Bigfoot research and trying to find Bigfoot and go out there and camp and spend most of the time at camp instead of looking for Bigfoot. We look for Bigfoot, and we go out off the trail at night, and we go, stay up all night. We actually go and leave camp, and I don't know. So
Yeah, yeah. After knowing all the stories and stuff, it is more difficult to go through the woods at night.
yeah, and seeing different creatures, not just Bigfoot, but dog man
Yeah, of
creatures
course.
that's out there, and stick man things that James had seen, a stick man type of creature, or whatever he's seen.
Yeah, hopefully I don't see it again.
Yeah, coming across those creatures, we're gonna try to film them, try to get audio evidence, and if they become too dangerous, we're gonna defend ourselves. But Sasquatch, we kind of, it's gonna take a little bit more to get into a situation where we're gonna defend ourselves because as a last resort, because we don't want them to actually do it. Whereas a stick man stuff, I could probably take that thing on with my bare hands.
Like stick.
I'm sure it'd be strong. It still has muscles.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I don't even know what they are.
I don't know. I don't know what they are either. But
Aliens.
not something normal. Bigfoot's way more
Government
normal.
lab, maybe.
I don't know. I have no idea. But if we get evidence of it, you guys will see it. We will present it. So, all right.
Hopefully.
Anything else, James?
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
What is it? 30th? So one more day.
I don't think we'll do a show tomorrow. I don't know. I think I can because we're not going out doing anything because everyone's sick. But I don't know. It depends. I know you wanted to come on, so we came on today, and
Yep.
it was a good show, I think. And
it was good.
For everyone who watched, and thank you for the super chat donations. That's pretty amazing. We don't.
Yeah, I was surprised.
we don't ask for that stuff, but
It's available if you want to.
Yeah, we never. We don't brag about it or anything. It is up, but we've never advertised for it. So I think that's pretty cool. Thanks, and I appreciate that. And we got some good stuff planned. We're gonna be freezing our butts off here in winter. I love going out in winter.
Yeah, it's gonna be cold.
Drag this guy out there in the cold.
Yeah, it'll get better winter because you don't gotta worry about them hiding behind stuff since everything's dead.
You would think that, but
yeah, it just
in winter, there's always the mystery of how are they doing this without leaving tracks. So
Exactly.
Hopefully we get some more evidence of some real good stuff, and we just can't find tracks. It's like, how are they doing that? But yeah, we're gonna be practicing different stuff in springtime and in summer. I think we're gonna be doing some smaller 1-2 man type of 3 man type of camp outs, and maybe no fire at all, just laying down in the woods.
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, no, laying in the woods, kind of getting reaction like that. No fire. There's some different places I'd like to go, and trips in the future to other states. I actually want to go to Canada, so.
You want to go to Canada?
Yeah,
I actually can go to Canada. I have the license that you're able to enter Canada with, like a
Sweet.
passport, basically.
We're all right. All right.
I've
Yeah,
never
there's a
been.
lot of stuff. There's, I think there's going to be another good year for the Lost Cryptids. We're going to get some pretty good evidence. We're going to hopefully have some good counter stories. Yeah, some good live shows.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Have you had Robert on here yet?
Robert Kreider?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done a show with him.
Oh,
I did a show a couple months ago.
Oh, okay, before the UP.
Yeah, before the UP, not after. When I asked him, he was busy. He was dealing with a lot of life. Life happens to everyone. So he was dealing with a little bit of it, and
yeah, I think I saw on his Facebook. Yeah,
he's doing a little bit better now, and he's doing more shows and stuff. So yeah, we'll have him on, and get some other people. Just with my schedule and with everything happening,
I'd like to learn more about it. I'd like to learn more about what he did before Bigfooting.
I'll send you a link. I'll send you a link to a show. It's a 4-hour show that he did.
Okay.
Yeah. So that stuff in there, it's amazing, and the pictures they show, it's gonna blow you away, and you get a really good sense of what he's found and what he's done, and it relates to us, the stuff we try to look for here in Michigan with the mounds and the Native American artifacts, or this ancient artifacts, these ancient stuff that a lot of these people from the early 1900s writing about these mounds theorized and thought that there's still a lot to be discovered. There's a lot out there we haven't discovered yet. So Michigan is a hotbed for some of that stuff, and Bigfoot and cryptids and missing people all in the mix. So we got our hands full with a lot of stuff, and we're not always doing stuff as a group. Sometimes I go out by myself when my girlfriend said, hey, I guess you got, a day or a time, you got a couple hours, however long. So sometimes I can't contact everyone, get everyone organized, but, James goes out by himself. I know Tyler goes out by himself. And so I
haven't been out in a while.
Sometimes, life happens. We don't get to go out. But I think it's pretty cool that we all don't need to wait until something's organized to go out. You guys all go out and do your own thing, and
get evidence and share with each other. Yeah.
I know Tyler just got back and didn't have nothing happen, but
he said he heard coyotes and wolves, but that's it. Yeah.
But it's still pretty cool. I mean, wolves are still pretty cool to hear.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in lower Michigan, not UP.
Yeah, exactly. And you get used to the sound recognition. You can recognize that, that's kind of a wolf, or it sounds pretty suspect.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have some audio from wolves and coyotes from the UP. It's a lot to look at, really, because
it is.
I had my mic or recording device right by the fire, so it's really hard to analyze it when the fire is just popping in the background.
Yeah,
I wasn't really thinking that really through.
And you learn, though. You learn too.
Yeah, that was a while ago, so that's why.
You do. You learn about, and that's always a bummer too, especially if you're like, man, I was really hoping to get something, and you realize the fire is too loud.
Yeah, the background noise is just
your audio thing is too close to camp, and now you hear everyone talking, and you can't hear anything else. And oh yeah, it's all about learning and being better and adapting. And I think we're getting better at it. We're getting closer and closer to. They're getting closer, and maybe with all the areas we keep going to and go, that they we're going to get recognized by all the Sasquatch in the entire state.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Maybe if there's enough of them recognizing enough, they'll put the good
Maybe
word in.
Maybe they have like messengers too, where they go.
Don't hurt these guys. Yeah, these are the good ones. Because we do go in areas where there's other people who go. Too. Well, there's spots that we go to where there's other people who go who have made some really crappy and dangerous choices that could affect us.
Yeah.
Like I said, the one person there was a Bigfoot who was seen by 3 people. Later that night, this guy is all drunk and starts shooting at stuff he's hearing. Okay, now that puts everyone else at danger who goes there because of his actions.
I think there was also another one. Not that happened. Something else happened similar like that. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. I had it, and then you said that. I was like, gosh, I forgot.
Yeah, it's stupid. People who are not Bigfoot researchers, who play the part and are not professional, and just can really endanger people. And that's why we don't try to tell spots, and we don't try to shed light to these people, because they could get you in a dangerous situation when you're so drunk that you don't know what you're doing, and you're shooting at anything that moves and whatever you hear hours after you actually do see a massive Bigfoot that was like in your camp. Like, that's smart. That's not smart at all. And like when they leave and we show up and we have no idea what they did, now we're out there trying to have good interaction. Well, they're gonna be more suspicious of us. They're gonna think, well, are these people gonna act the same way? And what if the thing's so mad? Now it's mad. More people are coming in here. Now it's gonna show us. I mean, it's a whole situation. It's just not good. So hopefully they recognize individuals and what individuals do, and we can have a separate relationship that is not affected by these half-brained zombies who don't know what they're doing out there.
Yeah.
Who are most likely to get themselves killed or missing before they get actually good evidence of Sasquatch or good interaction. So.
All right. Well, looks like everyone's going to bed. So we probably.
I know, it's like, except for the people in California, they're all like, "Hey, it's still, not that late."
3 hours back, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock.
All right.
There.
Yep. We got the California time. Yeah, and just can't have those people in the group where really they don't belong on an expedition, honestly, because they endanger the lives of everyone. They don't take. You can't take anything serious when you're like that, and that's why we don't have certain people on the show, live show, or certain people you won't ever see again on here, because they just don't act professional, and a lot of crap that I just don't want to deal with, and I don't have to. That's the good thing. So let me switch over here.
All right, so that's the end of the show. Oh, you're muted. Is this the end of the show?
Yeah, it's gonna be the end of the show, I think. Unless anyone's gonna get me started on another rant, or
no.
You guys
All right, well, thanks everyone for coming to the stream.
Yeah,
listening
thanks
in.
to everyone coming to the stream, taking the time to watch this. Yeah, definitely check out the first half where we're actually going through evidence and looking at and hearing things that we captured. So comment about that. What do you guys think? Any questions, concerns, comments, you can email me at the Lost Cryptids Conservatory at gmail.com. All right. Thanks, James, for coming on. I really appreciate it. Definitely going to have you on the show a lot more. So
hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully if schedules line up and stuff. So all right, guys. Take it easy. We'll see you next time.
The Lost Cryptids Conservatory, where we will shatter your reality to bring you closer to the truth.